quiz today. The first thing you're doing right here, and this is a kind of a little review before we take this quiz, so everyone's heads up, not looking at a phone, not listening to music, right? Not watching movies. I don't mind if you snack as long as you don't have a headphone in. Put that away. Put that on pause. Turn that around. All right. Now, here's a sentence, a conditional statement. If it's a month, then it's 30 days long. True or false? Sometimes true, but not always. So false. And what's a counterexample? Which one? What? Which one? February. Thank you. Specific example. Specifically give me a month that is not 30. February is 28, sometimes 29, but never 30. And there's other examples you could give, right? January. Okay, so there's more than one example, but you have to give me a specific example. So you have written down a specific month that proves that false, right? You got yours? You want to get a new one so you can at least get credit for today? It's the last folder in the blue bin. Now right here, what's the rule for these four? Now you're going to have to know these today for sure. So let's see if we remember. And if you don't think you know these, you're going to pay attention and get it right now, right? Okay, so let's say we have a statement, right? Converse does what to my sentence? It does the... Right, but seriously, it does the switch, right? So if P then Q becomes if Q then P, right? Now, hey, say that word. So converse switches, inverse does what? Which means opposites, okay? So to make something opposite, the easiest way is just to put a not in there, or do not, or something like that. Okay, so converse is a switch, inverse just keeps the same order, opposite. What about contrapositive? It changes the order and makes it opposite. So you take the P and the Q, you switch places and put not and not. Okay? Stay with me? Now that's contrapositive. Now, biconditional, what's weird about that? Okay, so does it start with if? Okay, good. Very good. So it's biconditional. If and only if. It uses if and only if in the middle. Solid. But seriously, I mean, that's serious. But just to clarify, if and only if is in the middle. There's no if at the beginning. There's no then. Okay? So, make sure you wrote something down for like a little trick, a little rule you could use there, right? Let's make up a sentence real quick. If I'm hungry, then I'll eat. Okay? All right, so that's a, random statement, right? Because if you're hungry, you gotta eat. Now, that's a conditional statement. Now let's do a converse. What would the converse be of this statement? With no knots. Converse just does what? Switch. So if I eat, then I'm hungry. Okay. And you can word it a little different, but as long as you switch the ideas, right? So converse would be if I eat, then I'm hungry. Cool. What about inverse? So what happens again? Just opposites. So instead of if I'm hungry, it'll be if I'm not hungry, then I won't eat. So sometimes you have to say won't, okay? So if I'm not hungry, then I won't eat. That's my inverse. It's a little, I know, this is a weird unit, right? Because it's not shapes, it's not numbers, right? But this is a unit we have to teach in geometry for the sake of logic. So part of geometry is logical thinking. So which has a little English, but it's only this week, right? So then if you don't like this, next week we're going back into lines and equations and stuff. So cool. Contrapositive we're going to switch and make them opposite, right? So if I'm hungry, then I'll eat. So switch, take the eat to the front and make it opposite. So if I don't eat, then I'm not hungry. Cool? Switch and opposite. Biconditional. How do I say this as a biconditional? I'm hungry if and only if. That's the phrase for biconditional. If and only if I eat. Okay? So again, you can use it for any sentence, but that's the idea. Okay? The only other thing that's not on here that'll be on your quiz is underlining and circling. Now, we did this on yesterday's warm-up. What do you underline, or where do you underline always? You look for the if, and it's after the if, right? So again, it should be right in front of you. We did 2 examples yesterday. If is at the beginning, underline the beginning. If is in the middle, underline after that. Okay? And y'all can give me a counter example, right? Y'all can tell me if it's true or false, right? That's pretty much your quiz. It's just like the review if you did that, and it's just like the assignment and all the stuff we've been doing this week, okay? So this week is the only week we're doing this. We'll apply it broadly after this, but all right, so you can go ahead and pass up your warm-ups, please, and we'll get started.